This is a durian. It looks scary with spikes. Is your first instinct to pick and eat it? When you open it, doesn't it also look delicious? What if I told you durians smell really bad, like stinky feet bad? With this new information, would you still want to eat it? Ask yourself, what is it that makes me feel uncomfortable, and why? Usually, we don't ask ourselves this question. We just say ew and pass judgment. Hopefully, by the end of this talk, you'll want to try durian, even if it's spiky and smells bad. Judgment without being curious or informed impacts how we see the world, interact with people, and live our lives. According to the Global Center for Pluralism, diversity in society is a universal fact, but how societies respond to diversity is a choice. When we encounter differences, our first reaction is usually to take a step back. What if we made another choice? What could happen? I'd like to share what happened when I chose to take a step forward, be curious, and explore. Over the years, I've been lucky enough to travel around the world with my family. One of the first places I remember traveling to was Mexico. I was 10 and so excited about the adventure that lay ahead. We were greeted by warm, welcoming people with refreshing drinks. During our stay, I lounged in the comfort of the resort, sheltered from the vibrant culture just beyond its walls. When I encountered music and food, it was all westernized and very superficial. The presence of familiar food and music was comforting. They played my favorite song, Shake It Off, and I loved hearing it. What I didn't realize was that I was missing out on an opportunity to immerse myself and learn about this new place, its people, the culture, and the food. Thinking back, I wish I explored the rich history of Mexican culture. This was one of my first lessons in embracing diversity. There is so much to learn and appreciate just beyond your familiar bubbles. Fast forward to my first international vacation, Greece. Here I experienced a huge cultural shock that reshaped my understanding of teen identity. Coming from Canada, I was used to dressing more casually. So on our first day exploring the city, I wore a casual red romper. As we walked through the streets, I noticed how dressed up people were to just run simple errands during the day, like buying groceries or going shopping. That evening, I wondered why I dressed so casually and why teenagers in Greece dressed so formally. I realized that teens saw the world and did things in a different way. It expanded my vision of what was possible. Author and psychologist Dr. Shimi Kang noticed that when youth travel, they are likely to gain new perspectives, which can also motivate and inspire them to think about things differently. For the rest of our trip, I tried to dress more formally. I started wearing dresses during the day while sightseeing. I realized I liked dressing up. It made me feel put together, but I still enjoyed wearing sweatpants and a baggy hoodie, and that was okay. I was able to recognize the value in making an effort to present yourself, but I also acknowledged the beauty in embracing simplicity and informality. This was my second lesson in embracing diversity, appreciating and learning from another culture. Then came Thailand. Arriving in Thailand felt like stepping into a whole new world. First, the humidity and warm sun hit me. The smells around me were different but nice. It smelled like spices, flowers, and salty ocean water. There were also smells that I was completely unfamiliar with. From bustling streets to darting tuk-tuks and street vendors, it was a lively contrast to Canada and Europe. Over the next 3 weeks, we explored different cities and islands, enjoying boat trips, temple visits, and strolling through street markets. One evening, my family decided to try the street food. At first, I was a bit hesitant because I was worried about the hygiene, seeing how everything was cooked outside and in the same oil. But I thought, why not? That's when I tried a classic Thai dish called pad Thai. After that first bite, I was hooked. From then on, it was pad Thai for lunch and dinner. This was my third lesson in embracing diversity. A realization that sometimes the most rewarding experiences lie just outside your comfort zone. Finally, Kenya. where I explored my family history and my own identity, and also gained an insight into Indigenous cultures. Exploring Kisumu, my mother's hometown, felt like stepping into her past, deepening my connection with her. Meeting my mom's childhood friends and hearing about her upbringing gave me a whole new perspective of her. This was my fourth lesson in embracing diversity. It came from learning about my mom's history. It helped me understand her and myself better. By learning about other people's history, you can build empathy and form stronger relationships. It was a powerful reminder of the significance of understanding our roots and embracing the richness of our unique experiences. During my travels, I also observed shared struggles, marginalization, and systemic injustices. It made me uncomfortable, but led me to realize that truly embracing diversity isn't always easy. I noticed that not everyone has access to the same opportunities. Rhodes Scholar and founder of Interfaith Youth Corps, Ibu Patel said, "To see the other side, to defend another people, not despite your tradition, but because of it, is the heart of pluralism." This was my fifth lesson in embracing diversity and my introduction to pluralism. Embracing diversity means recognizing the value of other cultures, seeing our privilege, thinking about what we can do to change it, and figuring out what action we need to take. Engaging with other cultures broadens our horizons and deepens our understanding of our own identity, those of others, and how we impact one another. Looking back on my travels, I noticed that when I opened myself up to difference, I learned about the beauty of diversity. Through traveling, I made the connection between pluralism and exploration. Embracing diversity is a chance to have unexpected experiences, make connections, and change our lives for the better. We are all connected, and we need those connections, not just to survive, but to thrive. Traveling isn't only about ticking off destinations on a bucket list. It is about immersing yourself in the culture of the world, learning from others, and gaining a deeper understanding of yourself and others in the process. It is fun wherever you do it, but it is also about learning, empathy, respect, and appreciation of differences. So I invite you to start a lifelong journey, whether it's through exploring your cities, your countries, or around the world. Don't waste any opportunities to learn, to grow, or to be curious. Embrace the richness of diversity and approach each experience with an open mind. Thank you.